I have been communicating with extraterrestrial beings for around 2 years now, and this is my video coming out of the closet, openly saying and sharing that I have been communicating with extraterrestrial beings. And this is really huge for me to have this moment. um, because in the beginning, when this contact first happened a couple years ago, people said some very mean things to me. They called me crazy. They said I should just be normal. They wish I could just be a normal person. And someone told me that I needed psychological help. That's crazy. Um, and these things have really stuck with me. And I've been working through a ton of fear to get to this point where I can start to be open and to share more. But This this is real. This is my truth. I have been communicating with extraterrestrials for 2 years and they're wonderful. Just say they're wonderful. And so I'll just share really briefly here how the communication happens because it's not a physical communication. So I think I just kind of want to explain and yeah, give a foundation for how the communication happens. So I'll say all of the beings that I communicate with, they are outside of this dimension. So, what do I mean by dimension? Don't get caught up by dimension. Dimensions are just different frequencies. So, everything on this earth plane in this dimension, it's a physical thing that we can see with our physical eyes, right? So, we're very used to, we can touch things, we can see things, things are very physical and everything exists at a certain frequency, a certain wavelength. However, in this exact space, so if this is our dimension at this wavelength, at this frequency, there are infinite dimensions above and infinite dimensions below. So we're at this frequency, we can see things with our physical eyes, things look very physical, but there are beings that exist in these different frequencies that are higher frequency. There are beings lower. The ones that I connect with are all higher frequencies, higher dimensions, if you will. But don't get caught up in the word dimension. So the reason why people are getting, I think it so caught up or they're just confused about it, is because you cannot see these beings with your physical eyes. Our physical eyes can see the light and the wavelengths at this dimension. So, this is exactly what your third eye is. It is your ability to see into the other dimensions, these other frequencies, and then you can communicate with these beings because even if, I'm right here in this exact point in space, there are infinite dimensions, these infinite frequencies, higher and lower, in this exact space. So there are other beings, other dimensions right here that we cannot see with our physical eyes. So this is pretty much the foundation for how I communicate with them. It's not physical. It's not a physical contact. So it's using the consciousness field. So in meditation, you're able to reach a state where basically your mind goes away. So it's kind of like you dissolve yourself out of this physical reality. And then through your mind or your consciousness, you can interact with, perceive the other frequencies, the other dimensions are here. And you're not going to see it with your physical eyes. Okay, you're not. You really have to be able to detach from what's going on physically in order to access and see, perceive, and communicate with beings in other dimensions. So nowadays, when I do it and I meditate, clear my mind, and I'm able to go in and I basically just remote view into wherever these beings are. And my skill set is getting better and better, right? It takes a lot of practice. and I'm really developing the ability to be able to see them more clearly, to be able to hear them and their words more exactly. It's also confusing because it's almost like a language barrier, because there's only so much that like English or whatever like Earth language you're communicating with, there's only so much that we can convey and communicate like in this dimension, and then they're sharing concepts and ideas and things, and they're in a different frequency, and so there's things that they describe that's like kind of hard to understand. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent, but today is 11/11 and it's a special day, and so I guess for whatever reason, I felt like coming on here to make this video today. But basically, don't get caught up about, like, oh, the dimension, that's confusing. No, they're at a different wavelength. Every single thing in the universe can be seen as a wave, as a wavelength that has a certain frequency. Every single thing. So yeah, I mean, of course, we understand that there are wavelengths that we can't see with our eyes, right? Radio waves, microwaves, X-rays. This is literally just another example, okay? So I just wanted to explain what I meant by other dimension. These beings are in another dimension, and the way that you communicate with them is through these interdimensional communication methods. Please let me know. Yeah, please let me know if you have any questions. This is something I'm going to continue opening up about, and I'll share, what we've been talking about, what they've been teaching me. And, this is really a part of my life's work, is to have this communication with these beings and to be an ambassador between Earth and them. And yeah, I'm just proud. I'm so proud of myself for coming out of the ET closet, because this is true. This is true. I have nothing to gain by sharing this. I have everything to lose. It's terrifying. It's fearful. I'm so scared of people's judgments and their reaction. Um, the only reason I'm sharing this is because it's true, and they're beautiful beings with beautiful messages, beautiful teachings, and they really, really want to help. They really want to help. There are star brothers and sisters, and they really, really, really sincerely, with their beautiful, big, loving hearts, want to help us. So, okay. Yeah, motherfuckers! I talk to aliens! Yeah! And if you think I'm crazy, you can go fuck yourself, because it's true. It's true. I speak my truth. Yeah!